Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Saturday Morning Collectibles. Today's video is going to be a massive one, and it's going to be a really great one. It is probably a months long collection of items that I've gotten. I just hadn't had time to review them yet, but I think it's going to be worth your while. I have comics from my recent visit to my local comic book shop. I have some NECA Tmnt that I was able to pick up at Target. I went to a local toy show last week and was able to get a vintage Tmnt figure along with some older Tmnt Archie comics. I was able to get some Funko soda, which is the first one I ever bought, so I think you'll want to see that one. I might have lucked up there. And I think the last thing I'm going to show is something I've been eyeing for probably over a year now. And it is for me anyway, the Holy Grail of Holy Grails for vintage Masters of the Universe mint on card, and I was finally able to get it, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, first thing I want to share is just some pickups that I did while toy hunting locally, and they are Hot Wheels, which I rarely ever buy, but they were just too cool not to, because they reminded me of some awesome moments of my childhood. The first is the Batman Batmobile from Michael Keaton's 1989 Batman, which was, it's an iconic Batman movie. Jack Nicholson as the Joker is just awesome. One of the best outside of Heath Ledger's Joker. It's such a great movie, so couldn't pass that one up. Next was the Thundercats Thunder Tank, which I'm hoping to buy another DTOF case soon and fit some Thundercats toys in it, as well as some He-Man toys, which I'm excited to show you guys. Okay, next is a package that I finally got in from Big Bag Toy Store. Been waiting a while, but it is this thing is so huge I can barely fit it here to show you, but it is the Panther Savage Cat. So I have the Battle Cat already for He-Man, so had to get Panther also. So hopefully I'll be opening this up soon and be able to pose them. It's funny because I have almost every single He-Man from the vintage line from my parents' house when I was a kid, but I apparently never got these. So I had to get these when they came out with this newer line that came out this year for Panther and Battle Cat. Next thing I want to share is some comics I picked up at my local comic book shop. Which, by the way, is Dwayne's World in East Tennessee. So if you guys are ever in this area, please drop in and say hello to Dwayne. He's a super cool guy, and he's got a super cool shop. Probably the one of the best that I've ever been to. He sells anything from miniatures to statues to pops to board games to comics. You name it, they got it. But yeah, please drop in and say hello. Alright, so the first thing is a new line of Star Wars comics. I think it's called the Bounty Hunter Wars, which I love bounty hunters within Star Wars. I love Star Wars itself, but Boba Fett's my favorite character of all time, and ever since I saw the bounty hunters lineup in Empire, I just fell in love with that whole lore of the bounty hunter. So I made sure that I bought the variants that looked like old vintage Kenner action figures. So this first one is Boba Fett. Second, Bosk. Third, Dengar. Fourth, IG-88. I think it's a 5-episode run, so I'm still waiting on the 5th one. Who do you guys think is going to be on that, by the way? The only other two I can think of is Forlom and Zuckuss, so I don't know if they're going to share the cover or not, but that's the last two that I can think of. Not sure which one's going to grace that cover. Also got probably my reading copy of just the regular number 3. Also, while I was there, I picked up the 3rd printing of the Nice House on the Lake. You know, it's fall, it's Halloween season. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I just love Halloween, love scary movies. So I figured, hey, why not try a scary book, see what it's like. So got book 1, see what I like, or see if I like it, and if so, I'll pick up the rest. And if you watched my previous video from San Diego Comic Con, from the IDW event, I got issue 1 of Bermuda, which I've been wanting to read that series, so I was able to pick up number 2 and number 3. And last but certainly not least, again, if you've watched my videos, you know that I'm right now obsessed with The Last Ronin. And number 4 came out yesterday, so I have the regular cover. I have many more, by the way, coming, but this is the one I got for my reading copy. And Donatello is my favorite turtle of all time. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but this particular issue was very heartbreaking to read as a Donatello fan. But that series is amazing. So, if you're not started reading it, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go do it. It's awesome. Okay, keeping on the Last Ronin thread, I ordered this set from Kevin Eastman's studio online, and it's the same cover but 3 different designs, and it's drawn by Justin Roiland. So it has got Baxter on it with Mutagen Man and a Foot Soldier and Mikey and a Mauser. I just thought it looked so cool, so had to get that. So it came with the color version. Came with a black and white version. And it came with a regular pencil-drawn version. So these covers are very cool. These are all issue number 3, by the way. I'm probably closing in on close to, I don't know, I'd say 8 issue 3s. Covers just look so cool. Okay, now let's transition to another local toy hunt I did at my local Target. I said I wasn't going to get these unless they looked really awesome, because I have most of all the TMNT NECA products that I want at this point. The last 2 that I need are the other 2 frogs. I think it's Napoleon and Attila, which are coming out soon. And then after that, other than Rex and maybe the 5th turtle, I can't think of many that I don't have that I'm fond of from my childhood. But anyway, so I saw these and they won me over. So it's Mutagen Man, or Muckman, I'm sorry, not Mutagen Man. And I think what got me on this is the actual slime that comes with it. And I mean, it looks cool. NECA does such a great job with their designs. They look so cool, so accurate to the cartoon. So I ended up getting that one. And then I also got Mondo Gecko. Mondo Shred on the cover here. So again, extremely cartoon accurate. So I'll need to open these up and do an unboxing soon for you guys, just to show you what they look like and all the cool accessories that come with it. Alright, so next I want to show some things I picked up while in Atlanta recently. So I went to 2 different shops. One was called Still Collectibles, and the other was Plastic Empire, both in Marietta, Georgia. So Still Collectibles sells Funko Pops, but also they have a lot of vintage video games as well as action figures and newer ones. So I came across this one, and I wasn't planning on getting any of the regular He-Man figures outside of the 2 beasts that I've shown. But I have Faker from my childhood, but he's missing like an arm. So when I saw Faker, they gave me a good price. I'm like, hey, why not? I'll go ahead and get him. By the way, the back, I love the artwork that they have on these things. Very good job. By the way, this plastic protector, if you guys are interested, it's from Melion Plastics. They were super cheap, like maybe $2.50 a piece. So I got another one that I'm going to show you that I put in my holy grail of Masters of the Universe carded figures here in a second. I'll show you. So the other shop I went to was, again, Plastic Empire. And here I got my very first Funko soda. And I got Tongue Lasher, my favorite Masters of the Universe figure. And there's only 10,000, but there's a chance at a chase in here. So I've already opened it. My middle child was just dying to see what was inside, so I did open it. So, spoiler alert, it was the chase, which is cool. You get one of these cool, I don't know if they're pogs or what, but it shows Tongue Lasher on the front. And on the back it says, you found the chase, metallic tongue lasher, 1 in 1600. And here he is. So, I mean, looks cool. Not as cool as probably a Funko Pop, but, I mean, it's still pretty neat. I actually think the regular one probably look better, but it's cool to have the chase anyway. Next, I want to share some pickups I got at my local toy show that came in my area. So, the first thing is 4 vintage Tmnt Archie comics. Really no rhyme or reason why I got these. Some of them the cover looked cool. Some of them they were older and earlier in the run, and some of them again caught that Halloween vibe that I was looking at. So the first one is number 2 in the series. I have number 3 from when I was a kid, but I missed number 1. So I thought, hey, this is pretty old. It's early in the line, and the cover looks neat. So I'll go ahead and get it. Seems like a good price, good condition. The next one I got was number 8. Wingnut screw loose on the front cover. Again, looked cool, so thought, hey, why not? This one, number 11. I like Rat King. He's a cool villain in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe, so thought, hey, this is pretty cool Rat King looking cover anyway. And then lastly, to bring in the Halloween vibe, is number 27. It looks like a spooky story from the TMNT Archie classics. Got a cemetery looking thing in the background, full moon, no idea who that villain is, but I'm going to give it a read. So hopefully it's a good one. And then lastly, I was able to pick up a vintage mint on card ground chuck. And this guy's from 1991. I have many other TMNT mint on cards, but I've got them all online, and most of them I haven't paid more than $30 for. But that was prior to the Toys That Made Us series coming out on that came out on Netflix a few years ago. If you haven't watched it, please give it a watch. It's a great series, especially episode focusing on the Ninja Turtles. But I was able to get this guy for $50, which I thought was a really good deal. And I just had to have an extra Toy Shield case laying around, so I needed to find something to fit it anyway, right? So thought, hey, why not? This guy would have probably been double that online if I was to go on Evil Bay and get it there. So to get it $50, and it's a great looking package, great looking card, bubble, card back, looks pretty good to me. So definitely worth the price. But yeah, I was able to get this mint on card ground chuck. Thought that was pretty neat. And lastly, without further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, the holy grail of holy grails for me for He-Man mint on card, Tongue Lasher. I've been looking for one of these guys on Mercari and eBay for probably a year. Just couldn't find one that I wanted at the right price that looked decent, because these bad boys are so expensive. Probably because, I mean, this one came out in 1985. He is officially now older than any of my Ninja Turtle mint on cards, because those came out at 88 and later, or more recent. This came out in the He-Man line, I think was either 81 or 82. But anyway, Tongue Lasher came out in 85, and like I said earlier, he's my favorite character in that line, so he's the only one I really want mint on card. But I was able to find a great deal on Facebook. Paid good services, never do friends and family. Super cool dude, sent it to me, super packaged super well. I did want to get a plastic case, which is the same case that I just showed with Faker. But oh man, this guy looks so cool. There is a crease along the top, but again, with the price I paid, I'm not going to complain about that, because it's attached. The bubble looks pretty good, and the card otherwise looks pretty decent. Let me show you the back. It's got that awesome vintage art that the newer ones have too, that it's based off of. It shows all the Snake Men down here. But yeah, so this is probably the only one I'm going to get, but this is my personal holy grail of action figures for He-Man. I didn't think I'd ever get this guy just because the prices are so expensive online. But again, got a great deal. Alright everybody, thanks for sticking with me to the end. I know this was a longer video, but I had a lot to share and a lot to show off, and hopefully you guys were just as excited as I was to find some of this stuff. Tell me if you guys had anything cool that you've added in your collection in the last month or so. Any holy grails that you just want to share that you're excited about. I don't know how I'm going to be able to top Tongue Lasher from 1985. That's just so cool. The next one I'm going to be looking for, I think, is Al Negator from Bucky O'Hare. That was another one that I have a lot of fond memories of as a child, so I need to find that guy on card. I saw him one time for like $20 on eBay, and for some reason or other I just didn't get it. I'm kicking myself because now he's probably quadruple that on eBay. But hopefully it'll go back down again and I'll get it. I'm in no rush right now. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.